Hello, this is Justice Backstrom, and welcome back to the Texas Morality Commission. Today I'm going to be discussing, some guidelines for keeping your sexuality moral. So, the left would have you believe that the only thing that matters when it comes to sexual morality is age and consent. Well, really, they'd only say consent because if someone is under the age of consent, then even if they verbally consent, it's not. It doesn't count because they are too young to really understand the full scope of what they're consenting to, which obviously, fair enough. But I think there is a distinction there when you're talking about. Well, I think there's a difference when contact is forced, or character. I think there's a difference there when the contact is characterized by force and or violence, as opposed to when that is not needed. And obviously that changes the class of the felony, so I'm not alone in saying that. But that's enough about that. I'm going to basically, I think we can do better than simply consent. First of all, I would add that you should be married to the person. And there's a couple reasons. I would say you cannot divorce marriage from sexuality and not have civilization crumble, because if it doesn't matter if you're married before you become sexually involved with someone, then obviously that marriage and that sexuality are already compartmentalized as different things in your mind, so it's a whole lot easier for you to justify going outside of your marriage vows and committing adultery than if you had waited and saved yourself and seen those things as mutually exclusive, or not mutually exclusive, mutually inclusive, as coming hand in hand together when you got married. And again, like I said about the collapse of civilization, you destroy you commit adultery, you destroy your marriage, you destroy your children's lives, you destroy the family unit, and then that destruction just goes out from there. You can't change human nature. If adultery has made the partner that's cheated on jealous for the last 6,000 years, it's gonna keep making the victim jealous. That's just a facet of human nature. Are there people who are exceptionally too forgiving for their own good most of the time? Yes, there are people like that. But by and large, marital unfaithfulness will destroy a marriage, and that will lead to problems the children have growing up, which again leads to a rupture in civilization. And then within marriage, I would imagine that most couples should be able to operate under a general system of implied consent. Namely, that one person initiating sexual contact does not have to ask the other person's consent as long as the other person sees what's going on and goes along with it. Obviously, that's not to say that a married person cannot assault their partner, but I think most couples who are at all mature would be able, or should be able, to either go along with the action or say, hey, no, not right now. And I think that should be enough to cover active consent between married couples. And then the other thing I want to discuss is the age gap between the couple. So basically what I would say is, if you are under the age of 18, and yes, most states still do allow you to get married under the age of 18 if or with your parents' consent. And in that, I would say, if you're under the age of 18, you should not be more than 2 years apart from your partner. And I would also say that if you are between the ages of 21, or if you're between the ages of 18 and 21, I guess it's not pedophilia. But if there's like an age gap, if the person's like in his 40s and you're just barely 18, there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that man's brain. So I can't control what adults do. And perhaps the laws we have are sufficient as they stand, but there's just something wrong there. So I would say, if you're between the ages of 18 and 21, you shouldn't be with someone over the age of 30. And you can move those numbers around a little bit, but that's basically what I would say. And then I would also say that any contact between someone over the age of 18 with someone under the age of 14 should be an automatic death penalty. So yeah, those are my assorted thoughts on guidelines for moral sexuality. And again, you can argue that the laws we have on the books already are sufficient, but again, I think we can do better than that. I believe in us as humans to do more than the bare minimum required. So yeah, that's it. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and I will see you later. Bye.